Guys, enter the stars. And shout out to 50 Shades of Pissed Off blog for recommending that I take a look at the new ADIDAS commercial. Original is never finished. Now we're going to do this in a live format, even though I'm not live. Live streaming has been disabled on my channel for at least another 30 days. So we're going to do this in a live format, and we're going to watch this. The first 10 seconds of this already told me that this thing is going to be loaded. And so we're going to take a look at the rest of this, which I have not seen yet. But right off the bat, we're going to play the first 10 seconds of this. And what I want you to understand is that every time that you see this trio, what you are looking at is the crucifixion. Now, he's got a cross with a loop. That is an ankh. The ankh in ancient Egypt is representative of the thoracic vertebrae of the spine of an ox. That's what it is. You can look this up for yourself. The thoracic vertebrae. There's also another object that is prominent in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics called the Djed. D-J-E-D-D. Which is representative of the sacrum of the ox. These people worship the spine, the kundalini, the beast. See, what happened is when we took on our new bodies from the fall of man and sin, we turned into beasts. We developed a spine. And this is what they relish in because they rule this. They rule this dimension of the material. So obviously this is an Antichrist reference, and what you're looking at here is the crucifixion. This is Jesus in the middle, but it is the false Jesus, the Antichrist, and these are the two thieves at each of his side during the crucifixion. One would be with him in paradise, the one on his right hand, which if you reverse this image, this man is standing on his right, which is why he has a cross in the middle of his forehead in the pineal position. Now, the two thieves represent your eyes in your head, because they are what steal your salvation. Thieves steal. And when you look out in the material realm, that is when you lose. Now, here's Anubis in the background. This has deep Egyptian roots. Here you see all the palms. The purple is red and blue mixed together. This is how they keep us under their sorcery. They give you both options and both are mistakes. This answer is in the middle. Now this is weird. She's in this crystal box. Okay, what is this? This is the rebirth. This is the womb. Okay? We're all born into sin, into this water world, through the womb, which is water, the eye, which is water. Very dark and cryptic stuff. Now, I haven't seen any of this yet. I'll do this live. Ice water. It's on his chest. That was like a cross, a sideways cross. Okay, obviously Egypt. Okay, there's the serpent. Alright. The ankh is prominent. She's locked in the kind of matrix.
Without exemption.
Don't know what all this represents. The lions. And that serpent is just as dark as it gets. Into the garden. There's the Statue of Liberty.
Each careful step.
And more.
In a bounce house.
Much more than this.
It almost looks like she's in the eye, like a lens. We're seeing her through the lens. So that juxtaposed with the guy that we saw inside of the water, the ice water, is his and hers. Buried in the computers. I did it my way, she said. And look at all of the technology surrounding them. Very dark. The inverted images, the mirrors, everything is reflections. We never quite find the truth. Now, the reason why they bring sports into this is because sports represents the ultimate duality. This is how they keep us asleep, through this duality of sports. Okay? Red versus blue. Competition. Shortage of resources. Gambling. And there's right in your face right there. So we were right about the Egyptian influence there, as we see the Pharaoh right there. The mummy. Oh, wow. And there's the crucifixion. And I believe that represents, this is the lens of Earth, the convex lens Earth. This is the briar patch, the thorns all around us that we're born into. Okay? We're locked into this material dimension. Just like the Sleeping Beauty up in the castle, surrounded by thorns. Obviously, that's the position of the Christ crucifixion. And they show him being born into water there. My Way. So obviously this is the song. And here's an extended version of it here. And we see more imagery. These guys almost look like bats or something, dangling down here. And of course, on full display is their gear, shoes. To me, this looks like a 69 reference, almost. Yin and Yang. And there's the Dark Lord. And look at this. The eyes, I mean, this is pure evil, you guys. These images that are being flashed in front of our faces here. More mirroring, as above, so below. And that's all of us in their court, okay, in their pews. Sports is a religion. And this is all of us sitting in the pews, right, of duality. It's the circus from ancient Rome. And if you don't understand that, it's really hard to demonstrate to you guys what is really going on here, because some people are just they've given into the strong delusion, okay? And there's really not much you or I or anybody can do about that when people are that far gone. Now, the interesting thing about this is the technology. They're showing the technology, how it's taken over. They're the ones that kind of created this technology, but then, and they've advertised it through their own advertising techniques, and then they've handed it over to us, I believe, to desensitize us to drone technology. That's why they made them into toys. And we just all went along with it, We're just like, oh, okay, if you're going to give it to us in a toy, then we're good, And this is the kind of stuff that we should speak out against. But sadly, many of us don't, because we're slaves, right? So more of this purple imagery, technology of the future being basically tied back into the past. Okay, these are ancient artistic pictures, all right? And, this is about as creepy as it gets, you guys. And a lot of people embrace this. And in fact, when this video goes up, I'm sure people are going to viciously defend this ad campaign. people that have given into the strong delusion. Okay? And look at this. This is straight out of Eyes Wide Shut. The furries cult, the sex cult that I told you guys about. This is real. The furry sex cult is real. There's another image in here with some guy. I think he's got a dog on his head. I've got this slowed down a bit, so it does sound a little bit more creepy than it normally probably would, but it's pretty creepy to begin with, you guys. Black basketballs, wow, it's pretty dark. Yeah, there you go. There's the dog head there. So they've got these, the furries, the dog head, Anubis, of course, the jackal, all right, jumping over the pyramid, right, ancient Egypt. There he is. Anubis. There's Snoop Dogg, of course. These guys are dark lords. They see themselves that way. They see themselves in control of this society. And look at his eyes. He looks possessed. I mean, it looks almost like he got as stoned as he possibly could to do the commercial. Anytime you give your mind over into this stuff, that's the beginning of the end. When a substance enters your body and changes the very genetic makeup of who you are, and you become a different person through that substance, you are no longer yourself anymore. The first attack that people, wage on this channel is to say that I need to lay off the drugs. I don't put anything in my body. Nothing. Other than a single cup of coffee each day. And but see, they want to think that that's what's going on. They want to think that I'm on some kind of a drug, or I'm smoking pot or whatever. And that's not the case. These things are revealed to me through the Holy Spirit. I don't even take any medications. Anyway, you guys, that concludes this. Take care and be safe.